Do you know what I'm saying?
And they're also in Australia specifically, they peer pressure you. Oh, what do you mean you're leaving? You're not gonna have a beer with a pussy, da 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 da. And like they push you into not having fun.
Well, they never push me because I don't run on that economic model. Their currency is validation. Like I'd care what they think of me. Like, oh, bro, you're not one of the boys anymore.
Yeah.
I obviously not cunt
But 99% of the people fall for the peer pressure.
because they're losers. You are a loser if you continually need validation to feel good about yourself. You're a loser.
Like even last night when we were at dinner, there was women at the table, and like there's one girl in front of me, and there's not, and I just, what are they going to teach me? What am I going to talk to women about?
How are you even at a dinner table where other women are? I wouldn't even go to a dinner like that. Seriously, that's how Westy you are, and you don't even know it. Could you imagine me going to a dinner where there's these guys and then their partners? Why'd you bring your fucking missus for, bro?
No. There was no misses. There was just girls. There was this guy's here from Dubai. Haven't seen him. Okay, come to the dinner. Okay, cool. I'll go and see him. I haven't seen him in a while. Welcome to Bali, yada, yada, yada. And there was just women there, and the girls that he knew. And it's just...
Which girls?
It's not fun for me. Just
total waste of time.
It's just not fun for me. What is a woman going to teach me?
Zero.
How is a woman going to stimulate my mind?
It's like asking a fish how to climb trees. It's like, how can they possibly advise you on your own physiology and genetic makeup?
Zero.
Don't go to those dinners anymore, bro.
Zero. Well, no, I had to go see this guy who's here, good friend from Dubai.
Why did he have women at the table? I'm just interested. I don't know who the guy is. Why? What was the purpose of these women? I'm just curious. If they weren't the partners, what were they? Sharmuts?
Believe it or not, there's friendship between men and women.
Oh no.
With these guys, and I've known this girl since she was here. She was only in, she's been in Bali 4 years, but the first week she was here, and I loved you. You know what I mean? You're a great girl.
You're live right now talking about your mate. Me and you can poke each other, but I don't know what your dynamic is with this guy.
No one knows a name. No, I'm not saying any names.
He knows.
I'll tell him as well.
Yeah, I would too. I'd be like, bro, don't do that again. I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for you because there's definitely zero you're getting from this interaction.
It was a lot of feeding his own ego as well, I think. Having girls at the table and all that stuff. Which we see a lot of in Dubai, bro. You go to these places. I go to these nightclubs sometimes and there's like 15 women and one guy. And I'm like, which one are you with? I don't understand. They're just doing it for image. And there'll be a massive bill at the end of it because the girl's like, yeah, let's get another bottle, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, what is going on here?
Did he meet them at the club or he knew them prior to and brought them to the club? I understand if he met them at the club and now they're at the table and then he's bringing them home later to fuck. But if he's met the girls prior to and brought them to the club, what is the point? They're already ready to fuck.
Yeah.
Go fuck them. Go hang out with the boys after.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this?
Well, the thing is, these guys are more concerned about how they look rather than actually getting fed. So instead of them actually fucking this girl, they would much rather be out to be seen that they're fucking this girl.
This is low-ranking male shit, bro, once again.
Low T.
That clavicular bloke, that streamer, that kid, he goes out and like finds chicks and picks them up, hooks up with them, and he's young. So you expect it from someone that young. But if you're nearly 40, literally, and you've already done that shit, and you're trying to somehow create this perception that these women are hanging around you and you've already known them prior to the club, you are effectively a fucking loser. You could have all the money in the world, be the smartest guy, be the best fighter in the world. And if you did that, you are showing everyone your insecurities, and that will make you a low-ranking male. And you see that all the time. Some imbecile brought up Steve Jobs about his LSD experiences before he created the iPhone, because I made that reel about how psychedelics will soften you to a point where it's not good for you as a male, especially if you want to be a competitive male in all facets of this thing we call life. And this guy actually brought up Steve Jobs as if it was a good example. And I looked at the comment and I thought, I would hate to be Steve Jobs. He's never gone to the gym in his life. And then Steve Jobs suffered from this megalomania that he genuinely thought he could cure his cancer through non-conventional methods. And then he died, obviously, because he did the iPhone, so he thought, I can do no wrong. And then he died as a result of that hubris. And so when I look at these guys, I think, don't get me wrong, being a good inventor means a lot. Being rich means a lot. But if you're not a 6 or 7 out of 10 in these other facets, you're a low-ranking male to me. You don't walk in the room as a 20-something-year-old Steve Jobs with spectacles and think you're going to impress me because you built the iPhone. I say, thank you for creating the iPhone, but I'd still hate to be you. I would.
I spoke to a famous boxer and he said he used to do mushrooms and he says, I'm stopping doing mushrooms. Why? Because I've got a fight in 2 months. Okay, why is that? And he said, because mushrooms makes me not angry, makes me be empathetic, makes me not want to fight, makes me not want to hurt that person.
Yeah, 2 friends of mine reported the same. And then let's use them as an example. So let's use the hard nuts, the professional fighters who are legitimately badass at beating people up. You know that the regular Joe, not me, not anyone, could beat these guys up. Some of them are still low ranking based on their behavior outside of the ring, their insecurities outside of the ring. And they really showcase that. And bro, women can smell it. You think you're just going to be a good fighter and all of a sudden you're the alpha. No. Because we all know that hand-to-hand combat isn't, the top of the pyramid when it comes to power. Because if you have relational power and you've got private security, well, guess what? Your little hands don't matter. Now, no, it's true. Now, typically you don't see this with heavyweights because they tend to be secure in themselves. But the lighter weights, especially the very light weights, they're always saying stuff like, weight doesn't matter, I could beat this guy up. When the answer is actually more nuanced. Like, weight does matter. But of course, you'll beat that guy up. He has no fight experience. But if there's a guy that has a little fight experience and he's a lot heavier than you, he probably will beat you up. And this is often showcased through their words and their actions outside of the ring. So it's an absolutely great thing that you train. I'm about to do that right now, but that's not enough. If you want to seem powerful, if you want to seem secure, if you want to have that aura about you, you just have to tick a 6 out of 10 in most of these boxes. At least the boxes you can control, If you got an itty bitty little dick, you can't control that. I get that, unfortunately. But there are things that you can do. I'm not 6'4", am I? I'm under 6 foot, but I can't make myself taller. What I can do is I can go train right now. What I can do is go to the gym after. What I can do is refine my skills with macro and geopolitics after. What I can do is eat the beef liver, eat the beef. You can just do these little things that you can control in a day. And overall speaking, you will enter that top 0.1%. Just about everyone can, unless you're Chinese.
There's 4 races. What about approaching women? Is that low T behavior?
No, I don't do it, obviously. Never have done it.
So how did you meet women?
Remember, I don't want to mention her name, but the one upstairs, the misso, can't remember. I actually can't remember. Shit. I can't remember.
So if you're at a cafe and you go up to a girl that's hot, is that low T behavior?
No, I wouldn't say so. No.
No?
Why?
No. Okay.
Why not? Well, you can. Yeah, sure. If you think that this girl is, what you want to do with her, I don't care what you can do. Maybe you're looking for a potential wife or a fuck. I don't care what you do. I'm not the moral police. And you approach a girl, there's nothing low T about that. But, the way you approach her could be low T, potentially. But no, I wouldn't consider that low T. But I guess the guys that are of the highest status do not need to approach a woman. They don't. But, high status males will then be poised with the question like, okay, well, what about the most exclusive women that are never going to come up to me despite my status? Because if you're a male, let's say you're one of these manosphere guys, you're a Huberman, you're an Andrew Tate, what's the other guys? Whoever, Tiki-Toki, whatever. All right. If you're one of those guys that represent like that, the good girls are not going to be the girls that approach you. You are going to have to approach an exclusive girl because that is feminine to not approach a man. Bro, if a girl's approaching you, this is a, fuck 'em and duck 'em type. Straight up.
Because she's doing that to everyone else.
Yeah, bro. If a girl is confident, that's a fuck 'em and duck 'em. 100%.